Have you ever wondered what it takes to change the world? Today we delve into the pages of The Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela, a man who did just that. Born in a small village in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, Mandela's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit. His early life, marked by humble beginnings, was steeped in the traditions of his Thembu heritage. Yet, as he grew, so did the oppressive shadow of apartheid, a stark contrast to the free, open lands of his childhood. This historical context, deeply entrenched in racial segregation and inequality, shaped Mandela's path, igniting a fierce determination within him. The book takes us through his journey, from a young boy herding cattle to a symbol of hope and freedom for an entire nation. It's a journey fraught with struggle and sacrifice, but also marked by an unyielding commitment to justice. As Mandela once said, "I was not born with a hunger to be free, I was born free." Can freedom be snatched away? Let's delve into Mandela's early adulthood. As a young man, Nelson Mandela was stirred by the winds of change. His political activism began to take shape in the early 1940s, a turbulent time in South Africa's history. He joined the African National Congress, or ANC, a party committed to opposing South Africa's policy of racial segregation, known as apartheid. His involvement with the ANC marked the beginning of a journey that would demand immense courage and sacrifice. Mandela quickly rose to prominence within the party, his charisma and dedication making him a beacon for those seeking equality and justice. However, with increased visibility came increased scrutiny from the authorities. The year 1963 saw Mandela and several of his comrades arrested and tried in what came to be known as the Rivonia trial. Accused of conspiring to overthrow the state, Mandela stood firm, unyielding in his commitment to his cause. His defense statement at the trial became an emblem of his defiance and resilience. He declared his willingness to die for the ideal of a democratic and free society, a society where all persons live together in harmony with equal opportunities. These initial steps marked the beginning of Mandela's long walk to freedom, a journey that would span many decades and etch his name into the annals of history. In Mandela's words, "It is an ideal for which I'm prepared to die." What does it mean to be free, while confined within four walls? Imagine spending 27 long years in prison. This was the reality for Nelson Mandela, a man whose spirit refused to be shackled. Despite the harsh conditions, the isolation, and the constant surveillance, his resolve to fight for freedom remained unbroken. In the cold, stark cells of Robben Island, Mandela found his own version of freedom. He transformed his prison cell into a classroom, a courtroom, and a platform for negotiation. Mandela believed that education was the most powerful weapon to change the world. He spent his years in confinement studying, learning, and growing intellectually. But Mandela's prison life wasn't just about self-growth. He used his time to educate others as well. He continued his fight for freedom, transforming the prison yard into a battlefield of ideas. With his fellow inmates, they held debates, discussions, and intellectual exchanges. They fought against the oppressive prison system, not with violence, but with the power of their minds and the strength of their words. Throughout his incarceration, Mandela maintained a spirit of defiance. He stood up to the prison authorities, demanding respect and dignity for himself and his fellow inmates. He led hunger strikes, refused to wear prison uniforms, and fought against inhumane treatment. His actions inspired others and sparked a flame of resistance that spread through the prison like wildfire. Mandela's years in prison were a testament to his indomitable spirit. He showed us that freedom isn't just about physical liberation. It's about the freedom of the mind, the freedom to think, to learn, and to grow. It's about the freedom to stand up for what is right, even when you're standing alone. Mandela's prison life is a testament to his belief in the power of resilience and perseverance. It is a story of a man who, despite being physically confined, remained mentally and spiritually free. And so, as we delve deeper into Mandela's journey, let's keep in mind his own words. "A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred." It is a powerful reminder of the importance of freedom, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. How does one go from prisoner to president? This is the question that Nelson Mandela's life forces us to ponder. After spending 27 years behind bars, Mandela was released on the 11th of February, 1990. This marked the beginning of an incredible journey, a journey from the confines of a prison cell to the heights of the nation's presidency. Yet, his release did not signify the end of his struggle. Quite to the contrary, Mandela stepped out of prison only to engage in a different kind of battle. This time, it was the battle for equality and justice on a political platform. The fight had moved from the streets of Soweto to the corridors of power. In 1994, 4 years after his release, Mandela achieved what once seemed unattainable. He was elected as the first black president of South Africa in the first truly democratic election in the country's history. It was a victory not just for Mandela, but for every South African who had yearned for an end to apartheid. Mandela's presidency was marked by his commitment to reconciliation. He understood that to build a strong and united South Africa, the wounds of the past needed to heal. He urged his fellow countrymen to forgive but not forget, to look ahead but remember the lessons of the past. His leadership style was one of humility and inclusivity. He believed in the power of dialogue and the importance of listening to all voices. He stood for a government of the people, by the people, for the people. His presidency was not about wielding power, but about empowering others. The journey from prisoner to president was a long one, filled with trials and tribulations. But Mandela walked it with grace and resilience, with a belief in the power of freedom and the human spirit. His story is a testament to the fact that no challenge is too great, no obstacle too daunting when one is fueled by the pursuit of justice. In the words of Mandela, it always seems impossible until it's done. What does it mean to leave a legacy? This profound question finds its answer in the life and work of Nelson Mandela. As South Africa's first black president, Mandela's leadership was transformative, not just for his country, but for the world. He ignited a global discourse on equality, justice, and human rights that continues to inspire generations. After his presidency, Mandela remained a beacon of hope and resilience. He dedicated his life to combating poverty, championing children's rights, and fighting HIV/AIDS, a disease that tragically claimed the life of his son. His tireless efforts earned him the respect and admiration of people around the globe, further cementing his legacy as a humanitarian and a leader. Mandela's death in 2013 was met with an outpouring of grief, yet it was also a moment of reflection. People from all walks of life paused to consider the immense impact of his life's work. His legacy isn't just in the policies he enacted or the speeches he gave. It's in the hearts and minds of those he inspired to fight for a better world, a world of equity and justice. The legacy of Mandela is a testament to his indomitable spirit and unwavering dedication to the cause of freedom. As Mandela beautifully put it, what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived, it is what difference we have made to the lives of others. What does this long walk to freedom teach us? The essential narrative of The Long Walk to Freedom isn't just the tale of one man's unyielding spirit. It's a grand testament to the power of resilience, the strength of conviction, and the unwavering belief in the equality of all. Nelson Mandela's life journey, from birth to freedom fighter to prisoner to president, is a profound lesson in the potential for change. The relevance of Mandela's story in today's world is palpable. It reminds us that no matter how imposing the barriers may seem, they can be overcome with determination and perseverance. His story stands as a beacon of hope, inspiring us to confront our own challenges, personal or societal, with courage and resolve. From this book, we learn that we all have the power to shape our destinies and influence the world around us. In the end, Mandela's long walk to freedom is a journey we all undertake. It's a testament to the human spirit, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to change the world.